Hello everyone, welcome back to AMPP Cathodic, the channel that discusses corrosion based on standard. Before we dive into our topic, I'd like to give a disclaimer. The purpose of this video is to make it easier for you to learn and understand corrosion control based on personal interpretation and experience. This video is not an official interpretation or explanation released by NACE or AMPP. Therefore, if there is any difference in interpretation or understanding, it is up to you to choose which interpretation to follow. The standards discussed in this video may have been updated, so I urge you all to compare the standards I discuss with the latest ones. Now, let's dive into a specific standard. The standard we will discuss today is NACE SP0169 to 2013 Standard Practice Control of External Corrosion on Underground or Submerged Metallic Piping Systems. This standard practice is used to control external corrosion on metallic piping systems that are buried or submerged below the ground or water surface. The purpose of this standard practice is to provide guidance on how to identify, prevent, and control corrosion on metallic piping systems that are buried or submerged below the ground or water surface. It is essential to have a standard practice to ensure that corrosion is controlled to maintain the integrity and reliability of the metallic piping system. NACE SP0169 to 2013 Standard Practice Control of External Corrosion on Underground or Submerged Metallic Piping Systems is a valuable resource for anyone working with buried or submerged metallic piping systems. By following the guidelines in this standard practice, you can ensure the safety and longevity of the metallic piping systems. Let's start. Foreword. This standard presents methods and practices for achieving effective control of external corrosion on underground or submerged metallic piping systems. These methods and practices are also applicable to many other underground or submerged metallic structures. It is intended for use by corrosion control personnel concerned with the corrosion of underground or submerged piping systems, such as those used for the transport of oil, gas, water, and other fluids. This standard describes the use of electrically insulating coatings, electrical isolation, and cathodic protection, CP, as they relate to external corrosion control. This standard does not include corrosion control methods based on injection of chemicals into the environment, on the use of electrically conductive coatings, or on the use of non-adhered polyethylene encasement. Refer to NACE Publication 10A292.1. The standard contains specific provisions for the application of CP to existing uncoated, existing coated, and new piping systems. Also included are methods for control of stray currents on pipelines. The foreword of this standard states, this standard is to provide methods and practices for achieving effective control of external corrosion on underground or submerged metallic piping systems. These methods and practices can also be applied to many other underground or submerged metallic structures. The intended audience for this standard is corrosion control personnel who are concerned with the corrosion of underground or submerged piping systems, such as those used for the transport of oil, gas, water, and other fluids. The standard describes the use of electrically insulating coatings, electrical isolation, and cathodic protection, CP, as they relate to external corrosion control. However, it does not include corrosion control methods based on injection of chemicals into the environment, the use of electrically conductive coatings, or the use of non-adhered polyethylene encasement. For more information on these methods, you can refer to NACE Publication 10A292. The standard also includes specific provisions for the application of CP to existing uncoated, existing coated, and new piping systems. Additionally, methods for controlling stray currents on pipelines are also included in the standard. The non-adhered polyethylene encasement is a protective layer used to prevent direct contact between the pipe surface and water, soil, and air, and is wrapped around the pipe and secured with tape or fasteners. While effective, it's important to note that this method is not included in the standard we discussed in our previous video on controlling external corrosion on metallic piping systems. If you're interested in learning more about the use of non-adhered polyethylene encasement as an external corrosion protection method, we recommend checking out NACE publication 10A292, Corrosion and Corrosion Control for Buried Cast and Ductile Iron Pipe, a technical guide on corrosion and corrosion control for buried iron pipes. While we won't be discussing non-adhered polyethylene encasement further in this video, we may cover it in a future video. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Then let's read it. This standard should be used in conjunction with the practices described in the following NACE standards and publications. When appropriate, use latest revisions. SP0572, SP0177, SP0285, SP0286, SP0188, TPC11, TM0497. These NACE standards and publications serve as additional reference sources that should be used alongside this standard. Each standard and publication focuses on specific topics related to corrosion or corrosion control on piping or other metallic structures. For example, SP0572 is a NACE standard for design, installation, operation, and maintenance of impressed current deep anode ground beds, while SP0173 deals with mitigation of alternating current and lightning effects on metallic structures and corrosion control systems. NACE SP0285 provides guidelines for external corrosion control of underground storage tank systems by cathodic protection, while NACE SP0286 covers electrical isolation of cathodically protected pipelines. NACE SP0188 is about discontinuity, holiday, testing of new protective coatings on conductive substrates. NACE TPC11 is a guide to the organization of underground corrosion control coordinating committees, and NACE TM0497 is about measurement techniques related to criteria for cathodic protection on underground or submerged metallic piping systems. By using the Control of External Corrosion on Underground or Submerged Metallic Piping Systems standard together with the relevant NACE standards and publications, corrosion control professionals will have access to more comprehensive resources and can ensure they are using the best practices in preventing and controlling corrosion on buried or submerged piping or metallic structures. Then we read again. For accurate and correct application, this standard must be used in its entirety. Using or citing only specific paragraphs or sections can lead to misinterpretation and misapplication of the practices contained in this standard. This statement means that in order to apply the standard correctly and accurately, it is important to use the entire standard as a reference rather than just referring to specific parts or sections. The standard contains a set of practices and methods for controlling external corrosion on underground or submerged metallic piping systems, and using only specific parts or sections may lead to misunderstandings or incorrect application of the practices described. It is essential to have a complete understanding of the standard to ensure that the practices are applied correctly and effectively. In short, the standard must be viewed as a whole to ensure that the correct practices are being applied, and citing only specific paragraphs or sections may lead to errors and misinterpretation. And then, this standard does not designate practices for every specific situation because of the complexity of conditions to which underground or submerged piping systems are exposed. It means that this particular standard does not provide specific practices or guidelines for every unique situation that an underground or submerged piping system may encounter. The complexity of the conditions that these piping systems may face, such as variations in soil composition, environmental factors, and other external factors, makes it difficult to provide a one-size-fits-all solution. As a result, the standard provides general guidelines and principles for controlling external corrosion on underground or submerged metallic piping systems, but it is up to the professionals in the industry to assess the specific conditions of each situation and apply the appropriate practices accordingly. Then, this standard is not intended to apply to offshore pipelines and structures. For these facilities, the recommended NACE standards are NACE SP0607/ISO 15589-2 for offshore pipelines, and SP0176 for offshore structures. The statement means that the standard being referred to is specifically designed for underground or submerged metallic piping systems and is not intended to be used for offshore pipelines and structures. Offshore facilities have their own set of unique conditions and challenges, which require specific standards to be followed. For offshore pipelines, the recommended standards are NACE SP0607 and ISO 15589-2, while for offshore structures, the recommended standard is SP0176. These standards are developed to address the specific corrosion and corrosion control issues that are encountered in offshore environments. Therefore, using the standard that is meant for underground or submerged piping systems for offshore pipelines and structures may not be effective or suitable, and can lead to improper application and misinterpretation of the practices contained in the standard. We continue. Definitions of onshore and offshore vary, and it is the responsibility of the user to determine which of the above standards apply to pipelines across coastal boundaries. The statement means that there is no universally agreed-upon definition of what constitutes onshore versus offshore pipelines, and it is up to the user to determine which of the recommended NACE standards should be used when pipelines cross coastal boundaries. This is because different countries and organizations may have different definitions and regulations regarding what constitutes an onshore or offshore pipeline. Therefore, the user must do their own research and determine the appropriate standard to use for their specific situation. We read again. This standard was originally published in 1969, and was revised by NACE Task Group T10-1 in 1972, 1976, 1983, and 1992. It was reaffirmed in 1996 by NACE Unit Committee T10A, Cathodic Protection, and in 2002 and 2007 by Specific Technology Group, STG, 35, Pipelines, Tanks, and Well Casings. It was revised in 2013 by Task Group, TG, 360, Piping Systems, Review of SP0169-2007, formerly RP0169, Control of External Corrosion on Underground or Submerged Metallic Piping. The statement is providing a brief history of the revisions and reaffirmations of the standard. It is saying that the original version of the standard was published in 1969 and was subsequently revised by NACE Task Group T10-1 in 1972, 1976, 1983, and 1992. The standard was then reaffirmed by NACE Unit Committee T10A in 1996, and by Specific Technology Group, STG, 35 in 2002 and 2007. The statement also indicates that in 2013, the standard was revised by Task Group, TG, 360. This revision was focused on reviewing and updating the previous version of the standard, which was then called RP0169, to reflect changes and advancements in the industry. The updated version of the standard was renamed SP0169-2013, Control of External Corrosion on Underground or Submerged Metallic Piping. The purpose of these revisions and updates is to ensure that the standard remains relevant and useful for industry professionals, while also reflecting the latest knowledge and best practices in the field of corrosion control. Then there are statement. This standard is issued by NACE International under the auspices of STG 35, which is composed of corrosion control personnel from oil and gas transmission companies, gas distribution companies, power companies, corrosion consultants, and others concerned with external corrosion control of underground or submerged metallic piping systems. The statement means that NACE International has issued this standard under the direction of Specific Technology Group, STG, 35. STG 35 is a group of professionals and experts in the field of corrosion control, who work in various industries such as oil and gas transmission, gas distribution, power, and corrosion consulting. This standard has been created and reviewed with the input and expertise of these professionals, who are dedicated to the effective and safe external corrosion control of underground or submerged metallic piping systems. The involvement of these experts in the development and review of this standard ensures that it is up to date and reflects the best practices and standards in the field. The last statement in the foreword is the following sentence. In NACE standards, the terms shall, must, should, and may are used in accordance with the definitions of these terms in the NACE Publication Style Manual. The terms shall and must are used to state a requirement, and are considered mandatory. The term should is used to state something good and is recommended, but is not considered mandatory. The term may is used to state something considered optional. The statement is explaining the meaning of the terms shall, must, should, and may is used in NACE standards. These terms are used to indicate different levels of obligation or recommendation in the application of the standard. According to the NACE Publication Style Manual, shall and must are used to state a requirement that is considered mandatory. These terms are used when a practice or action is necessary for compliance with the standard. An example of this could be the cathodic protection system shall be designed in accordance with the requirements of this standard. The term should is used to indicate something that is recommended, but not considered mandatory. This term is used when a practice or action is beneficial, but not strictly required for compliance with the standard. An example of this could be the use of an external coating should be considered for additional protection against external corrosion. Finally, the term may is used to indicate something that is considered optional. This term is used when a practice or action is not required or recommended, but is provided as a possibility for consideration. An example of this could be alternative cathodic protection systems may be used if they can demonstrate equivalent performance to the requirements of this standard. Thus the explanation of the foreword part of the NACE Standard SP0169 2013. Thank you for tuning into our video discussing NACE SP0169 to 2013 Standard Practice Control of External Corrosion on Underground or Submerged Metallic Piping Systems. In this first part, we covered the introduction information about the standard. We hope that the information we've shared has been helpful and provided a better understanding of how to protect metallic piping systems from corrosion. Remember that cathodic protection is an important technology that can help prevent damage and extend the service life of metallic pipes. If you have any further questions or would like to share your experiences related to this video, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to watch our next video where we will be discussing Section 1 about general. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our new videos from cathodic protection. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.